This video is for you if you're someone that is looking to tap into fat burning and lose weight without having to exercise, go to the gym, or any of that. Now, let me preface this by saying that obviously the gym is good for you. Now that I'm slimmer, I do go to the gym, okay? But I'm going to be teaching you guys how I lost over 65 pounds without stepping foot in the gym and without really exercising. I would always recommend exercise, obviously, but I know some of us are lazy, including my past self, and we don't want to do all that. We just want to get slimmer. But let me just let you know that you're not going to get the tone that you're looking for. You're just going to go from being fat to being skinnier. This is going to have you snatched, but it's not going to have you toned, okay? It's going to have your stomach snatched. It's going to make you slimmer. It's not going to have you super toned. If you want that, you're going to have to go to the gym. But these are the steps on how I was able to lose a significant amount of body fat. I lost over 65 pounds, over almost 70 pounds. And I was able to do that without exercise. So let's get into how I was able to do that. So the main thing that I focused on when I was looking to lose weight was insulin. Insulin resistance is at the heart of all people's, 99% of people's weight issues is caused by insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is an issue where you are having too much sugar and too much carbohydrate that is causing your insulin to spike on a consistent basis to where your body no longer responds to it. You have too much insulin in your body and you want to bring your insulin back down. And the best way to do that is to bring your blood sugar down. How do you do that? You don't eat sugar. You don't eat carbohydrates. Those things are what are raising your blood sugar and your insulin and causing these insulin resistance problems. Okay, so you want to cut that out. I completely cut it out. I completely went keto. I know keto has a bad reputation. I'm really working really hard to kind of clear up a lot of the misconceptions around the keto diet because it has so many misconceptions and so much fear mongering around the keto diet. But this is honestly the best diet that you could possibly do to lose weight because it actually gets to the root of the issue as to why you are fat. You are fat because you're eating too much sugar and too much carbohydrates. It's not even about the calories because here's why. When you're eating all this sugar and all these carbs, it's what's causing you to have cravings. It's what's causing you to overeat. Okay, if you were sticking to eating real food like I'm going to be sharing with you guys, you wouldn't have issues with overeating. Okay, now the reason why I'm telling you guys to cut out the sugar and the carbs is also because it's teaching your body how to switch over to using body fat as an energy source. Okay, the reason why eating low sugar and low carbs is so important is because it literally converts your body over to an appetite of a slim person because it's teaching you how to use your body fat, the body fat that you have in excess, how to use that as an energy source. Now, if you need help one-on-one on how to do that, if you want me to hold your hand through the process of switching your metabolism over to having the metabolism of a slim person, using your body fat for fuel instead of being addicted to sugar and carbs for fuel, my one-on-one coaching is linked down below. I also have an ebook that will walk you through the process and a meal plan, so definitely check that out, you guys. But that is the number one thing that is super important is cutting the sugar out because once you do that, you won't have such a high appetite. You won't have so much problems with cravings. You'll be able to eat less. And I don't mean eat less calories. I mean eat less frequently because that's going to be my point number 2 is eat less frequent meals. But you want to make sure that you're eating food that doesn't cause you to feel this ravenous hunger. And a lot of people talk about how your diet is 80% of weight loss is your diet, right? I would even argue that it's even more than that because if you're eating a poor diet full of sugar, even if you were to go to the gym, that 20% of your weight loss is going to be you burning the sugar that you just ate. It's not going to be you burning your body fat. So I would even argue it's more than 80% because if you focus on eating no sugar, your body has no choice but to use body fat for energy. Step number 2 would be, like I said earlier, intermittent fasting. You want to cut your number of meals down. You don't want to have so many meals because even when you eat something healthy, even when you eat something low in sugar and low in carbs, you're still spiking your insulin every single time you eat. So you want to have less frequent meals. That's why OMAD works so well. I know some people are scared of 1 meal a day. OMAD is 1 meal a day. A lot of people are scared of that. I think it's great, but if you want to have 2 meals a day, like on my journey, I had 2 meals a day, and I had a long intermittent fasting window. I would say try to keep it between 16 and 20 hours of fasting every single day. So maybe only have 2 meals and have a 16 to 20 hour fasting window, and it's amazing. It's going to help tap into fat burning. It helps tap into autophagy, which is a cell regeneration. It's really, really good for that. Really good for keeping your insulin levels low and tapping into that fat burning. So that's what you really, really want to do. It also helps with insulin sensitivity, which is the exact opposite of insulin resistance, because basically your body's becoming more sensitive to insulin, which means that your body's not going to overproduce insulin to make up for its perceived lack of insulin. My third tip on how you can lose weight without the gym is be careful of the processed foods that are claiming to be healthy. Okay, there's so many out there. There's so many tricks out there. I always say this, the US food industry can't be trusted. So they know that people want to eat low calorie or low sugar or keto, right? So you have to be careful of all the keto branded foods, all of the low sugar or zero sugar foods, because a lot of them have certain ingredients in them that can be even worse than sugar. One of the main ones to watch out for is actually maltodextrin. Maltodextrin is worse than sugar, and it's in a lot of these zero sugar or low calorie foods that people think are healthy. There's a lot of these chemicals out there that are technically not considered to be sugars, but they act just like sugar, if not worse. So you have to be very careful with these foods. I would always say steer clear of the processed foods altogether. I have a couple processed foods that I like that I still use, but you have to be very careful. You have to make sure you're reading the ingredient label. Don't just read the carb or sugar amount on the back on the nutrition facts. Definitely read the ingredient label, because there's certain things out there. They're so tricky with it that there's certain things out there that act like sugar. There's certain ingredients that are acting like sugar, but they're technically not classified as a sugar. It'll be technically classified as a starch. So you have to be super careful. One of the main ones to watch out for is maltodextrin, and I'll give you one more, dextrose. But there's tons of them. Okay, I talk about it in my ebook, so definitely check it out if you guys want more information. I have a whole chapter on that. But those are the 3 tips on how you can lose weight without going to the gym. Okay, these are going to teach your body how to tap into fat burning, how to use body fat for energy, and it's like whenever you do anything, you existing, you're going to be burning body fat. I really hope this video was helpful, and stay tuned for my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I appreciate you all for watching. Bye.